Some of you have been looking at this thinking, what is that? And is it what I think it is? Some of you in the back haven't even seen it yet. It's this. It's a Windsock dude. Yay! Cool, huh? See, you thought this was a car dealership. It's not. It's church. And this has everything to do with the passage. Because think about what we've seen in the passage. In the passage we have seen that Ezekiel is wandering through the lifeless, not moving remnant of something that used to have life. Something that used to have motion. Something that used to cover ground. And some of you feel like this. You do. Some of you look like this. I mean, don't be offended. Probably, maybe that section, but not this section. But anyway, some of you look like this. I mean, you're just flat worn out. No life to you, no spunk. Nothing. Desperately in need of something to happen. So that's what Ezekiel's moved through. And God gives Ezekiel an opportunity to discover and be reminded of the power of God. See, for you, for me, there are moments, if we're honest, we've all kind of felt like this. We know exactly what this feels like. We paint on a happy face. Oh, we look happy. We sure don't act it. And we think by putting on a happy face, we're fooling people. You're not. Your misery, trust me, does not love company. And when you are miserable, that misery is contagious. And yet, as a follower, we're the only people in the world that have no reason to be miserable. Because we've been saved, redeemed, called, and invited by God to be something with Him that we can't be without Him. Which brings me to the third thing I want you to see. I want you to see Skeleton Valley hope, the promise of resurrection. Hope for the hopeless. It says in verse 7, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I was prophesying there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. As the bones came together, in verses 7 through 10, they became covered with flesh. And Ezekiel witnesses a miraculous transformation. And you can't walk away from these verses without understanding that God's ability knows no bounds, and He has the ability to resurrect what seems lost forever. And that means if you're hopeless, there's no problem for God. He can take care of it. Verse 9, He said to me, prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says, come breathe from the four winds and breathe into the slain that they may live. And so I prophesied as He commanded me, and breath entered them, and they came to life, and they stood up on their feet, a vast army. See, if you have ever felt like this, and you have ever felt like that you are just taking up space, you've done your best to fool everyone with your happy face, but you got nothing going on, I want you to know, it's not the end. Now I understand if you're Southern Baptist, that terrifies you. Because that is more movement than you've ever seen in a Baptist church in your life. I got that. Relax. But just like that wind fills up that sock, all of a sudden where there was, and you saw it, a happy face, but no life to it at all, that's incredibly busy. And it's energized by something that is within it, not coming from outside of it, but energized from something that is within it. And that's the beauty of it. And not only that, once it's in this condition, once it's energized by the living, breathing breath of life, if you will, then anything that comes along, it won't matter. Because see, even when it gets bad, and battles come, and they fight, and things hurt, it bounces right back. Why? Because greater is He that is in you than he who's in the world. On your best day, this can be you. And I got news for you. Some of you could use a little bit of this in your life. And that's what happens when we decide to take God at His word and allow Him to breathe life into us. When you choose not to grind, when you choose not to be energized by His Spirit, you go right back to being what you were before. Lifeless. Nothing there. Happy face. Truly taking up space. The Hebrew word that's used for breath in that passage is an interesting word. It's Ruah. It can mean wind. It can mean breath. It can mean spirit. It actually means all of those things. And the breath of God brings life into what was dead. It is holy resuscitation. Holy resurrection.